What is up, you beauties? It's ForThePacks. In this video today, we'll show you how to get the most FPS in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. When I got this game, I was sitting at 30 FPS, and now I use these settings. It took me all the way up to around 95 to 110 FPS in game. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Now let's get right into how to get the most FPS in PUBG. When I first started this game, I absolutely hated it because I couldn't really play it at all with how much lag there was in the game. I was never getting anything over 30 FPS and quickly messed around and looked for a solution. What I will show you guys here are a couple of steps in the right direction to help you get around 100 FPS in game of PUBG. Now I actually use the NVIDIA 960 graphics card, and I can still play this game absolutely no problem. And a majority of players and gamers on PC don't really have the best top of the line graphics cards to play with in game. So if you guys are someone like me that has like a 960 graphics card, this video will definitely help you out. You can play this game no problem as long as you follow these two steps. So here we go. The first section is going to be about using your NVIDIA graphics card settings. If you guys do not have an NVIDIA graphics card, you guys have like a Radeon graphics card, there might be similar graphics settings for that, for your own graphics card that you use, but you would have to YouTube it or Google it yourselves. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card like I do, all you guys need to do is just right click on your desktop, select NVIDIA control panel from that box that pops up, and it will take you to the control panel, and on the left hand side you guys will see a couple of different categories to choose from, and on the top of the list you guys will see a setting that says 3D settings. Navigate your mouse over to manage 3D settings and it will bring you up to the manage 3D settings page. Now this is very important for getting the most FPS. If you guys have an NVIDIA graphics card, this actually ended up moving my FPS from 95 up to around 100 to 110. Now that is a huge difference. So what you guys are going to do is scroll down on the global settings tab at the top and find multi-display to mix GPU acceleration. If you guys are running one monitor, make sure to set it as a single display performance mode. If you guys are running a dual monitor like I am, then make sure to run a multi-display performance mode. Now moving on just a couple of spaces down to power management mode and select prefer maximum performance. You guys want the maximum performance out of your graphics card so that you can get the most FPS in any game that you guys play. Especially if you're a YouTuber or Twitch streamer, then you guys want to record that gameplay in perfect quality. This is a great way to get the most frames in your game. Now the very last thing that you want to do in this section is go to texture filtering quality, which is down a bit more. On the right hand side on the pull down menu, change that to high quality and make sure to go to the bottom right hand corner after you're done with all of this and click apply and save all of your 3D settings. So you should be good to go for your NVIDIA 3D settings. Now the last thing that you guys need to do on the control panel is simply just go to the display part on the left hand side again and click change resolution, and just make sure your resolution is set to whatever your monitor resolution is playing on. I currently play on a 1920 by 1080 monitor, and a lot of you guys are going to be playing on that as well, so make sure that your resolution is the same in-game as in your NVIDIA control panel settings. So now guys, that is it for all of your NVIDIA control panel settings. You guys do not need to mess around with those anymore. So now we can go ahead and go to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and just start it up, and then go into your in-game settings at the home page in the top right corner. You guys obviously want to go into your graphics settings because that is exactly what's going to give you the most FPS, is changing your graphics settings. First up, really important, you guys want to set your game to full screen mode. Full screen mode gives you the most FPS. It's like 10 times better than windowed mode. And to exit the screen, all you guys have to do is just Alt Tab out of the screen and you'll be good to go on the internet or Twitter or whatever you guys want to do. Next up, go to the resolution and change the resolution to exactly what you guys have set on your NVIDIA graphics card settings. If you're running a 1920, make sure to run it 1920 by 1080. Moving on down to the brightness, I actually have mine set at 69. Not really a coincidence there, but you guys can take it how you want. But anything from 60 to 80 is pretty good brightness. 60 to me is a little bit too dark, and 80 is a little bit too bright. So anything around 70 to 75 is very good. I tell you that 69 is perfect for me, but whatever you guys choose, just make sure you can just mess around with it in game and make it perfect for what your monitor can handle and what it looks like on your game. Now, the quality settings are what gives you the most FPS in this game. The quality should be set at a custom because we are going to be switching everything around. Now your screen scale should be at 100. That's what I play on. It's perfect for me. I get 110 FPS, and that's just what I use. Anti-aliasing I have set to low. Post-processing I have set to low as well. A lot of these are going to be low or very low because you guys have to play on low settings to get the most FPS in this game. If everything is on high, then your graphics card is going to be using a lot to make this game run, therefore giving you less FPS. Shadows you want on very low. You really don't need shadows in this game. It's 10 times better when the game is brighter so that you can see enemies in houses and in rooms, especially in a rainy game. Texture needs to be set on very low as well. Now, texture is kind of interesting because if you are somebody that really doesn't care about how the game actually looks and you care more about how much FPS you're getting, just like I do, then set texture to very low. You guys can see in the picture right now that looking at rocks in this game looks very untextured and like very bland, and they're all the same color, like they're kind of round. It's just, there's no texture at all to it. I really don't care what rocks look like in this game. Personally, I just care about killing people and having the most FPS and playing the game without any lag at all so I can get more wins and more kills without any issues. So if you're somebody that doesn't really care about texture, make sure to set that to very low. Now we're almost done here, guys. Next we have effects set to very low, and also after that we have the foliage set to low. Now the foliage has to do with trees, and you really don't need to see trees as like full because you won't be able to see the enemies running behind them or hiding behind them. But you kind of do have to see trees as they are rendering in like nicely throughout the map, and you can kind of see the fullness of them to see if there's people behind it or just like laying down behind the tree or not or whatever. Just set that to low and not very low and you'll be good to go. Next, make sure the view distance is on high because you really need to see players running from afar. This is very, very important. At the end of the game, it is definitely necessary to have your view distance on high, especially through the game. Whenever you're running through safe zones, you guys can see people from very far away. Just get those easy snipes on them. And then lastly, motion blur, you want to set that motion blur off. If it's checked, please just uncheck it, you guys. You do not need motion blur. I don't even know why it's in the game, and I'm not really sure what motion blur is, but you definitely do not need it. It tanks your FPS, and to get more FPS in this game, you need to have that turned off. At the end of everything, make sure to hit apply and then OK, and then you should be good and on your way to getting a bunch more FPS in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Anything around 100 FPS is very good right now until they end up optimizing this game later down the road. Well guys, that is it for getting the maximum FPS in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like. Let me know if this video helped you out at all. Like I said, these settings helped me get 70 more FPS in the game, so let me know in the comment section down below if this video helped you out. If you guys are looking for PUBG tutorials, this is the channel that you are looking for. I make H1Z1 and PUBG tutorials every single day to help you guys get better at the game. This is my very first PUBG tutorial, so make sure to subscribe to see more. I am live streaming H1Z1 King of the Kill on Twitch tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure to come out for that. I am giving away a $50 skin to one lucky viewer when we hit 8K followers. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Have a great day, and always remember to be positive, get better, and stay beautiful, people.